Hi everybody. I'm going to take you through a painting I did while sitting in the house, not out in a field being bitten by mosquitoes or in the rain like I was last week. Had a painting fall over in the wind one day and the next day got completely caught in the rain. I'm painting some Valentine's Day roses my husband gave me. Right off the bat, I'm going to tell you that I tried to plan this out better than it ended. Believe it or not, I had an issue. And I have it a lot, and you probably do too. I planned where I wanted the painting to stop and start on my canvas. It was a great plan, except I should have put the flowers in first. Why? Because now I have a great painting of a vase, but the flowers don't fit. They would have been fine if they were daisies, but they're roses and they have tall stems. So you see I had to wipe them out, put the stems in, decide where the vase is supposed to stop and start. So I had to begin again. And frankly, even when this whole painting was over, I still wished I had made that vase smaller. But live and learn. Live and learn. That's why you practice so much at home. You will learn more from still lifes at home than you will out in the field or in painting anything else. Why? Because you learn proportion, you learn dimension, you learn how to make a turn, a turning edge. You learn how to make something round, how to make it fade away. You learn all the principles of art. And then you go and you do more difficult things after you've learned how to make a ball, how to make an apple, how to make something shine, etc. Anyway, here I'm just very excited and just getting in my colors. I want my concept. That's the way I paint. It's kind of crazy. I want to know that the yellow leaves are there. I want the idea in, and then I'll go and refine it, which kind of makes me repaint things several times. Maybe it's not the smartest way to paint, but it's the way that I paint. Now I'm getting in some of my highlights on these flowers a little early because I need to understand where my roses will be. What I did was I wiped out the spots where the roses would be. That way I could apply the paint on top without having the purple underneath obstruct it. Now I'm going back in and putting in some more background, and I did not paint my vase in. What I did was I painted my background in and left the light area where my vase would be. That's how you paint glass. You don't go in and paint the glass, you paint around the glass. Then later you can go in and put in your highlights and your lowlights. You see the color has changed here because I was painting at 2 different times of day with 2 different types of lights. This looks very cool, cooler than it really is. It was a warmer painting, and you'll see that later when I once again change the lighting. So here I'm going in and putting in some of the lights and darks. I've added that rose hanging there. I really want you to understand these are not completely fresh roses. Roses are tricky. In fact, flowers are tricky. You either develop these flowers to the utmost or you just give a basic concept of what these flowers look like. You do not want them overpainted or they look very amateur. I think I said that at another point in this video. I can't say it enough. The water is on a different plane. The vase is vertical, so the highlights are striking on the outside front. The water is horizontal, so the highlights are striking the top of the surface of the water. The water is an ellipse, not a circle. So I changed it a couple of times because I just felt it wasn't quite right. Those stems are going through the water, but when they reach through, they are magnified and a little bit different. They align differently as they break through the water, and there is an obscured area where you can't see them anymore because of the reflection, because the plane changes. So you need to remember that or it won't look professional. The light is coming from the right, so the vase has a bigger highlight on that side, but the background is darker on the side that the light is coming from and lighter on the side that is striking through the vase onto the left side. I could have painted these flowers right after I had gotten them when they were perfect and beautiful with just buds beginning to open, but I was really more attracted to them after they started to pass away, to die, and they became very yellow, and I guess the leaves are what really attracted me, the yellow leaves in the front, and a couple of hanging roses. You see, I go a little darker with my leaves, which then make my yellow leaves stand out more. I have to keep messing with the vase to get it just right. I noticed later that something I had in front of that vase was reflecting on it, and I painted that in. So I had to take that out because the vase itself needs a reflection going on the left side, away from the light. So I'll change this reflection a little later. So there's the final. Of course, I've corrected my shadow here because I have some things in the way here that were actually casting a shadow here, making me, I copied what I saw, but of course, that's not what I wanted. I want a shadow from here. And I don't want it to be too dark on the edges. So there's my final painting. Unless I mess with it some more, you never know. But the light is supposed to be coming from this side, casting a shadow to this side. You've got your highlight here. Your lighter part of your flowers are up here. Over here, they're not quite as bright or quite as detailed. Hope y'all enjoyed this one.